Okay, so the first person I'm saving is number 1, Helen. I've gone from kind of like an emotional point of view, the fact that she's got really young children, like 7 months old, who really need her to be there. Even though doesn't really have any experience and technically can't benefit other people like other people in the cave can, she needs to be there for the young children, and I can imagine her as a house mum kind of freaking out about the situation.
I similarly agree with you. So I've put her down as wife first, and then as the second one I've put down Joe. That's what his name is. Because he's got 11 children who are dependent upon him as well. And
I've also gone for Joe number 2 as well, just because of the amount of children and his history has helped a lot of people previously as well.
I think the difference is that with Joe having 11 children, there's more of like an infrastructure in case something happened to him. Whereas with Helen, the whole world would crumble because she's got such a young child.
Mm.
Possibly, and I did do that first, and then I changed it for Joe first because, like you were saying earlier, Emma, it is 11 children is a lot for one person to look after, and in the conditions I would assume they'd be in Central Africa, I can imagine it'd be very, very difficult for him, and he's also helping a lot of other people, and he's really trying to help people help themselves.
I imagine some of the children, the breadth of the age range is probably going to be quite vast, so they might have the older sons and daughters to rally.
So we've all kind of got 1 and 3 for the top 2 coming out. Have you?
Hello, Joe.
Well, I put Tozo first.
Oh yeah, you're the debating one.
I'm the odd one out because I've gone for the youngest first.
Why did you go for the youngest one first?
Because I'm the youngest in the group. But because mainly I just think if I was down there myself, if there was someone younger than me, I'd just instantly be like, get the youngest ones out. I don't know if that's just something me, but I would just instantly just be like, right, who's the youngest here? Get the younger ones out first.
No, I agree. It's like having children down there. You would naturally get them out. You just, in a situation where someone's going to die, I think you have to think about
The dependents.
benefits
The dependents, yeah.
And like no one's relying on her apart from someone
yeah,
else.
but the thing is, she's only 19, and then the others have got like children the age of 7 months who need care.
I still feel like it is important that she does come out early though, because of her age, and because also a lot of it, from reading it, sounds a lot of it is like quite controlled by her parents. Like her parents have probably, they've organised the suitors for her, and they've probably organised the TV documentary, and it feels like she hasn't had much choice in what she's done, apart from studying sociology at university. And there's nothing wrong with studying sociology. It's not like she's gone to study flower arranging. So there's still a lot of potential for her, and I feel like this kind of experience might knock a bit more sense into her maybe, and from it she will be like, actually parents, I don't want to do flower arranging, I'm going to go off and do this, and maybe find her own a bit more.
So would you put her as your 3rd one or your 4th one?
What number is she? She is 2. She's actually my 4th, only because Paul is a cancer treatment. So I was thinking of saving more lives.
I've got her as 4 as well, but I put Edward as 3rd.
But Paul has also been convicted of indecent exposure.
But I think that's the point of the exercise, is not to get too hung up on like the personal things, because Owen's a heavy drinker as well.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to be objective. I think the whole cancer thing is a bit of a red herring, because it says it's mostly on his notes. So,
and it might not even be a breakthrough.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas it is fact that Edward employs 71 people in the factory.
That's true.
Do you want to take that risk on a maybe?
True.
Yeah, you have to kind of just count their hobbies in a way of them all, don't you?
So did most of us put Tozo 3rd or 4th?
Yeah.
4. No, I put her 6th.
Why did you put her 6th?
Because she's I thought she'd probably be able to look after. There's no one dependent on her. She comes from a very comfortable background. It's true that she might, if we leave it all last, she might get hysterical in the cave and be an absolute nuisance. But she, all the others, there's some kind of chain of dependencies So there are more people who are affected outside. You know, here I can't imagine anyone apart from, of course, her parents and that chain of suitors.
You say that she's so young and she has a whole life ahead of her. And,
yeah, but you know, all these other, a lot of the first two have young children, you know, and this, you know, she could probably arrange her own rescue if their parents are that wealthy. I don't know. It is a difficult one. I get what you're saying about her age and the fact that she could really panic and it could kind of be a trauma that she.
It could also be an unpleasant experience for the last two people as well. Could you imagine if it was her and someone else, like he'd be like, oh my god, I'd rather not be here if it's going to be her.
Someone's claustrophobic or something.
But,
which is another reason why it's good to put Owen at the end, because he's probably...
That's true, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah,
and
training.
the fact that he's leading cave groups and they're stuck in a cave is kind of a bit like, maybe this is his spot.
Yeah, but then he could also have like the best possible survival skills because he was he dismembered a IRA cell, so he might be a British soldier or something.
He's going to be tough.
Yeah, so he would have the most skills and he'll be able to survive, so I think he should be last.
Owen, what did you get for Owen?
I put him second to last. I put Edward. Again, I've done it all through like age, and I've put the eldest last.
He's second to last for me as well.
I put him third, and I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have, given what you said, simply because of the kind of the impact he obviously has on, the positive impact he has on other people, and the fact that he's trying to overcome those drinking problems by helping other people.
But I put Edward second last because of his age, you don't know whether he suffers with an unknown condition, like a heart condition or something like that. So he'll probably need treatment.
But then, if I don't mean to make this sound horrible, but if he does have an underlying problem, then potentially he could get out and die in the next 6 months anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Whereas someone like Tozo is probably going to have quite a long...
Yeah.
So if we approach filling this in from top to bottom, we're all pretty unanimous on Helen and Joe filling the 1 and 2 spots.
Yeah.
And then how does everyone feel about Owen taking the 6th spot, purely based on the fact that he's the toughest one?
I think it's a good idea, actually.
Because then that narrows it down. You only have 3 spots, 3, 4, and 5 to decide on.
Yes.
So we can all kind of confidently put Owen in the last one.
Sorry, Owen. You're too tough. You won't go.
So Helen and Joe are 1 and 2, and Owen is 6.
And then we just got to do the middle brackets.
Okay, so 3, 4 and 5.
3, 4 and 5.
So, what did you get for number 3?
Helen. So she's already gone. I personally would say Tozo next, but I don't know. Again, I'm still...
After listening to your comments about Paul, I'm going with what Emma says. I think Tozo should be dead.
I don't know, that's a bit like putting her before cancer treatment, but then you're right, they are...
But then his was just notes. What if they're not an actual breakthrough?
It didn't say he was like on the cusp of...
It says he is now on the brink of an exciting breakthrough.
And all his
But
research
can it
is
be
in
like
notes.
verified?
And, yeah, you can't...
It doesn't say what kind of breakthrough either. It might be, I mean, cancer's quite a big thing. There's lots of different types and lots of different stages. Is that right? You're the biology. Yeah.
Yeah, I think based on the not detail of how far ahead he is with the breakthrough, then potentially maybe we should put her before him.
I put Edward third, but I'm happy to put Tozo.
Why have you put Edward third?
Because he employs 71 people.
Oh, so he was last for me.
He
But
was
couldn't-
my second last.
So he was last for me originally.
I put him 4th.
Does it say like if like someone else could take over the company?
No, it just said the factory he worked.
Because surely if he's 59 years old, maybe he's
close
got
to retirement.
close to retirement.
He must have thought of
Maybe
this.
he's think of someone else to... Maybe there's already a set plan.
I dislike him in almost every other way possible. He plays cricket.
Like, it's good that he's got 71 people. Like, I understand, like, you want to make sure they keep their job, but, like, someone that close to retirement, there must be someone, a right-hand person.
That against a 19-year-old with their life ahead of them.
Yeah.
So, is everyone in agreement third should be Tozer?
I'm happy.
Third, Tozer.
I know you don't love her.
I do not. Can we put a fourth? I don't mind you. I haven't got.
Who else would you
I'm happy
put?
to go with the majority decision. If you want to put
Who
a
would you
third.
put third?
I think I'd probably put Edward simply because of the jobs, and it might take a while to find a replacement. And given that he was personally responsible for negotiating this particular contract, it might collapse if he's not there to oversee its implementation. It may, it might not.
There's potential, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't like him.
So it's
either,
between those two.
We have to put our prejudices aside.
Yeah.
It's tricky because I didn't even consider it an argument until we started talking about it, and now it's like, she is 19.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about that. Yeah, and sounds like she's had a very sheltered kind of life, so she might be really freaking out.
Maybe she's like reevaluated her life while she's been in the cave.
It's true, might be.
I would. I'd come out with a different sense of life. I'd be like, whoa, what am I doing?
Someone mentioned in the discussion that there would be bad press about her as well.
Yeah.
Like, this whole situation could
because of
accelerate.
her wealthy parents, I can imagine there would be a bit of uproar.
Yeah, they would probably put up a fuss if they found out they saved a 59-year-old man ahead of a 19-year-old girl.
Can we make a decision based on that, based on what the media are going to
Yeah,
say?
exactly. That's the thing.
They're going to find fault with whatever we
That's
do.
true.
Pretty
Would he put himself? That's the thing. I know it's us, but do you think a 59-year-old man? Do you think he'd be like, right, see you later to a 19-year-old girl?
No, I think he would.
I think if he's old, he might be old-fashioned and say ladies first and shove her out.
She might remind him of his children.
Yeah,
that's true. Oh, has he got kids? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
They've got their own families, but he might be kind of.
That's true. He might want to see his kids.
It does say he's the general manager of a factory, so that is a position within a factory that can be replaced. It's not like he's the owner of it.
One random point to bring up that's kind of relevant, but probably not. If there was someone in here that was an elderly person that was struggling, they'd be the first person out.
Yeah,
even though they were
disabled.
Even though they were 70 or something, and there was a 19-year-old, you'd just be like, this person they need to get out.
More frail.
Yeah, but in this, they haven't mentioned whether he's got an underlying condition or whether he's disabled or anything like that.
If they haven't mentioned
it was just
generally
consider
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
it hasn't been thought of, but I know it's not the situation, so we'll get back to this. But it's just in my head. But as for Edward, I do think his position can potentially be replaced by one of these 71 people, possibly.
I'm going to the other side. I'm going Tozer.
I'm going Tozer for
number 3.
Okay,
all right, that's fine.
Number 3.
So then number 4 would be
She's a
Edward.
child herself, really.
Yeah.
Number 4 would be Edward.
And then that just leaves Paul at 5.
All right, we've done it all in 10 minutes.
What time are we on?
13 minutes.
So just to recap, Helen because she has young children, Joe because he has lots of children but of varying ages, Tozo because she's really a child herself, Edward because of his dependence at work, Paul because he fits in at 5, and Owen because he's most likely going to not lose his head and help other people out.
Yeah.
He's got those survival skills.
Writing about Paul in this 1,000 words because he fits in might be a bit difficult.
Paul because he can't go last because Owen's already taken the spot. He's not as important as Edward.
That's tragic. I feel like we're going to have to debate a bit more because of time. So potentially maybe debate a bit more around Paul just because of the cancer research.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's a topic that is...
I mean, they would not say that he's now on the brink of an exciting breakthrough unless it was something significant.
I should hope so.
Presumably. Something to do with some sort of, I don't know, some sort of palliative, or I don't know what kind of breakthrough from a whole variety you'd get.
He's been recognised for his work.
So he has been recognised for
That's
the
right.
treatment field of cancer. So it's definitely is cancer.
The treatment of cancer, yeah. So it's not just about, how cancer cells multiply or whatever, it's actually about the treatment, that end of things, so it could be.
But he has been twice convicted, so not once of indecent exposure. Once you learn your mistakes and then you move on.
Yeah, it's
twice is
questionable,
like...
isn't it?
He's probably not the nicest bloke.
No.
It's probably causing some problems
And
down
then
there,
if
isn't
you
it?
imagine like him being near children who have potential cancer or have cancer, then you wouldn't really want him treating those children.
Do you want me to do some filming?
No, I'm alright.
It's interesting what it says, because you think of any example where decisions like this are made, like, I don't know, you think of Titanic or something, the sort of the stereotype is women and children. And we've got 2 men in the top 4 position. There's only 2 of them.
One of those men is a parent.
True.
That doesn't make him a man, but it just changes because being a parent was one of our things for being in the top 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Level 2.
I'm just thinking about.
Especially, in Central Africa. I just can't imagine the conditions. I know, maybe we're not supposed to try and overthink it and try and imagine those conditions in which, but, why would they write that he's born in Central Africa and that he's devoted his life to the social and political, unless it was a significant factor?
I think I've decided actually that I am happy having